When Jayson Stark writes something about baseball, pay attention to what it is, because there's a reason he's choosing to write about it, because it's a subject that's of great import. An article came out yesterday about sticky stuff. I want to talk about it a little bit. The purpose and point of the article was to tell you that MLB is about to crack down on sticky stuff. And I want to take you back to the Garrett Cole spider tack story.
There are customs and practices that have been passed down from older players to younger players, from the last generation of players to this generation of players. And, I think there are some things that are certainly out of bounds in that regard. And I've stood pretty firm in terms of that.
Spider tack is a thing that basically allows you to hold the ball in a more firm way, which allows you to get better spin on the ball, which increases your spin rate, which makes it hard as hell for a hitter to hit the ball, which makes you perform better and takes offense down, which basketball doesn't want. The equivalent, which baseball doesn't want, 4-8-69, which baseball doesn't want. The equivalent is if there were certain rules on defense when someone was taking a three-point shot, meaning you are allowed to hack the three-point shooter. You're allowed to cut his legs from under him and headbutt him, and no fouls called. Would that be good for offense? No. Did the NBA go the opposite direction? Yes. The NBA made it so they got more offense. Major League Baseball wants offense. Part of that is making sure that the advantage that pitchers have over hitters, which, make no mistake, a perfect pitcher would throw a no-hitter every single game. A complete game no-hitter. You ask any hitter, from Barry Bonds to Bryce Harper, hitters hit pitchers' mistakes. That's it. Some are better than others. Some can recognize mistakes earlier and wallop the ball. Some don't even know when a mistake is coming, and they swing through because they guessed wrong. Hitters hit pitchers' mistakes. If pitchers make fewer mistakes, or when they do make mistakes, it comes with a ball that is spinning in a way that hitters are not expecting, hitters don't have a chance. Hitters have an expectation of where a ball is going to go, and they put their bat there. There's no time to do anything else. And if the ball is not where it's supposed to be according to how this pitcher throws a breaking ball, then zero chance of hitting. Wouldn't you know that when MLB said no more sticky stuff, spin rates decreased, hitters had a better opportunity to hit, umpires were checking every inning, they were checking their caps below the belt. Remember the awkwardness of checking below the belt? Remember when a pitcher, I think, dropped his pants? I think that may have happened, Coca. And then next year happened, which was 2022, last season, and it was a travesty. MLB let its umpires at the end of the same inning, like whatever, the fourth inning or at the end of every inning that a bullpen arm would go, they'd walk off the field, the umpire would laugh, the pitcher would laugh, they'd look at the hand and say, see you later. They weren't really checking for sticky stuff. Now they are. MLB has made it clear. One of Mike Hill's jobs as the head of on-field operations for Major League Baseball is that he goes around to all spring training camps, says hello, goes over the rules, makes it clear that there is going to be a crackdown. When he got to Arizona Diamondbacks, I don't know if he's been there yet, he's going to make sure he talks to Madison Bumgarner. When he gets to Padres camp, he's going to make sure he talks to Joe Musgrove and say, hey, get that crap off your ear. Hey, Madison, stop losing your mind when you're checked, because you're going to be checked. And you're going to be checked at different times. We're not telling you when. It's sort of like the random off-season drug tests that are neither random nor drug tests. But no, this time we're serious. We're totally going to check. We're going to check hands, feet, shoulders, knees, toes, cap, belt, anywhere. We may even stick our hand and do a little swiperoo from behind. We're going to find it if you've got it. And we're going to suspend you if you do. Why? Because they did the research and found the spin rates were going up. And on top of that, they found that in innings, which weren't the regular innings when the pitchers were being checked, those spin rates were up too. Can you put sticky stuff on certain times and take it off? Yes. That's the whole point of it. It's not like it's there and then you go home and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have turned on that kind of movie. That's not how it works. It's going to be interesting to me. Because what baseball doesn't want and what they don't like is to be embarrassed. And what embarrasses baseball is when players, umpires, front office, anyone does something that draws attention to anything that's not happening on the field in between the lines. Believe me, although it's fun to watch, they don't like umpires going out and getting ejected. They don't like bench clearing brawls. They don't like any sort of discussion or arguments between players, umpires. They don't want it. They're conservative that way. But all sports have sort of done that, like with the rules, you can't leave the bench in basketball for fighting, or in hockey, there's automatic ejections, etc. And we all say we're only watching hockey for the fights. I love when the fans would say that to me walking around Marlins Park. Hey, we love bench clearing brawls. Okay, great. You want to pay the salary for the guy who gets hurt, pulling the hammy, running in from the bullpen side by side, boom, with a little side shot while they're running next to each other, or saying, hey, what are we doing after? Hey, we're almost there. Let's get ready to fight. Here we go. Boom. Okay. It's enough on the sticky stuff. Just watch the games, start of the season, and you'll know when the commissioner's office sends a memo to the umpires or goes and meets with them and says, all right, that's enough. No more front side swipes. We're going to take it calm, keep it slow. You'll see.